All right, a little time out here. I know we're very locally focused, but more football's good. David, hit it. David?
I really don't want to start here, but let's just get this over with. Davante Adams has been charged with a misdemeanor assault for the Monday Night Football shove on the cameraman. And I think the worst part of this is what you were telling me, Rico, is that now it's public record. His address is everywhere on this court filing or whatever, and now he's probably going to have to move. This has gone too far. This has to stop.
Well, time out. I'm staying out of this. Ready? Full disclosure, radio listeners, these two were screaming at each other before the show about this issue. So do what you did then, now. Go.
I simply said, you know what? Davante Adams, come out here. Hey, guy, sorry. Shouldn't have pushed you. Here's a check for $10,000. I am so sorry. It never should have happened, and he could have put this thing to bed. David was telling me about another angle, so I found it.
You did?
I saw the other angle.
Okay.
He still pushed him, David.
Look, the man walks in front of him.
He did.
Without,
here's the problem. Everybody knew Davante Adams was frustrated. He ran into his own receiver. They picked each other. They lost the game. He slams his helmet on the ground as he's going back. He's pissed. And now the guy is walking in front of him. Yes, he did.
Adam's head is down.
David, you don't just haul off and shove somebody. He was angry, he was frustrated, and he lost it. And that's okay. But then he manned up. You should have said something right then and there.
So in no way is the cameraman at fault. You can't just walk in front of someone's pathway and expect nothing to happen.
David, we walk into people all the time, and you know what it is? I'm sorry, excuse me. And you move on. You don't see each other.
He's upset after a game.
Right, he's upset. The cameraman didn't.
Nah, man,
you know
can't
what the
walk in
cameraman
front
did?
of someone
He
and not
didn't drop
expect.
the pass.
No, you can't
The
expect
cameraman didn't do anything. He's doing his job.
Okay, sure. Walking in front of people is doing your job. That's rude, and you should be pushed.
I think that's sufficient. Thank you. By the way, Davante Adams' number will be retired at Fresno State this weekend, so they better win, or if you're on the field, look out.
But I do.
Bye week, yeah.
The fact that it is public record, though, his address, they could have blurred it out. The media could have blurred that stuff out and said, here's the official thing. They chose not to, which tells me, you don't go up against your own, so they're taking the side of the cameraman.
All right, next. That's sufficient. Thank you, gentlemen.
That was fun. So let's talk about
Will
the QB.
Will he be out there in a wheelchair for the next game?
Let's talk about QBs for a second, because I'm thinking the trend is going to go the other way. 1 year, you had Brady go to Tampa Bay, win a championship immediately. Next year, Stafford gets traded to L.A. They win a championship immediately. This year, you have Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson, Carson Wentz, Baker Mayfield, Mitchell Trubisky. I don't know why I put him on that list. All go to teams that are expecting the same results.
And none of them will make the playoffs.
None of them will make the playoff. Do you see a changing of the the guard here?
No, it's just a given year. I mean, Russell Wilson, Seattle didn't want to give him a contract extension. They felt he was breaking down, and they ended up being right. I mean, Baker Mayfield's a reclamation project. The odds were always against it. Mitch Trubisky is Mitch Trubisky. Matt Ryan's a fossil. Right. I never liked the Colts acquisition of him.
Brady knew he had maybe 2 years left, and he went, got all his people around him, and also had a great defense to help him out. People always forget about that. That defense won the Super Bowl that year. Yes. What they did to Patrick Mahomes was just almost criminal. Stafford went to the perfect place. Once again, he had a defense, and he had a bunch of toys all around him. Everything was perfect. He just had to not turn the ball over. But it's rare that you get that, because you have to go – not only do you have to go to a ready-made team, David, but I think the common denominator, you have to go to a team that has a top defense, and all they need is somebody not to turn the ball over, and you can win. And those three guys, no. Those are projects. Russell Wilson, Denver, come on.
So I wanted to put this rumor into this football today, because the rumor is DJ Moore to the Giants. The Giants are on the list
Oh,
of
my God.
several insiders are saying that the Giants are there to trade for DJ Moore. Also on the list,
I
the
could cut
Ravens.
diamonds right now.
David,
Ravens and the
let's
Chiefs.
just mark our watches. And 4 hours from now, we're going to call Mike and make sure he's okay.
We
We don't have to rush him off to the hospital.
I have no blood in the rest of my body. I love DJ Moore. He's so good, and he's had such bad quarterback play in his career. DJ Moore is a stud. What are we giving up? I don't care.
It doesn't say. It just has them listed as a possible
man.
destination, as well as the Ravens and the Chiefs.
He's such a weapon. And if you are the Ravens or Chiefs, specifically the Ravens, you go get him.
For
I mean, you
sure.
can't let the Giants outbid you there.
No, but if you're the Giants, step up, man. Go get this guy.
I love DJ. Okay, move on. This is all so very
DJ,
exciting.
Saquon. Woo! We going to the championship Super Bowl.
Cutscene. 6-11. All right, let's
So
go.
here's what I want to do to end this. I want to go to the college ranks. I want each of you to give me your top 3 right now Heisman candidates. Something we really haven't talked about yet.
I can tell you who's not on the list. Blake Corum.
Ha ha!
No matter how hard they try, it doesn't affect my vote.
It worked last year.
You want to go
you,
first?
Rico.
Go ahead, Rico.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so if we do the odds, here's what I'll do. I want to pair them up with odds. I think that that's the most fun. I would say...
Well, no, then let me go because you're going to have the odds. I'm just going off.
I was just doing it to be nice.
No, I'm just saying. C.J. Stroud's going to put up a ton of numbers. Bryce Young, to me, had his Heisman moment against coming back in that win against Texas on that 4th down play. The dark horse in this, and he could get his moment this week, is Hendon Hooker.
See, I
glad
put
you named
Hendon
him.
Hooker's plus 1,400, and I would put Caleb Williams there, too, at USC. Both are at risk of losing this week, which somehow affects the Heisman Trophy. But both also have the ability to have a Heisman moment.
Right, but see, here's the thing. The bad part, everybody's going to see Hendon Hooker. Nobody's going to see USC.
And I'm glad you mentioned him because I didn't, well,
Can I give you one guy who I would add to the list?
sure.
And I know no one has seen him play, but DTR.
I've seen him play.
No, I meant human beings, not nerds like us. Dorian Thompson Robinson at UCLA has been absolutely marvelous. I know he's been there for like 18 years, but he's executing Chip's offense, run pass balance, making all the right decisions. They're beating good teams. If UCLA keeps going, DTR has to be in the conversation.
See, and I like that because if both Caleb Williams, USC, and UCLA and Dorian continue their run, they could both have a chance at the end of the year when they face each other to
How about DJ?
take it over.
What about DJ? I mean, let's think about this. Clemson has not fallen off. He's played well. Now, if he goes into Florida State, plays really well this weekend, I don't know who's beating Clemson.
Yeah, but he hasn't put up numbers.
He's done it.
Video game type numbers.
Okay, well,
Like,
if you
here's
need
the
a-
thing. C.J. Stroud, 6 touchdowns.
Look, CJ's probably winning it. It doesn't
Right.
mean he's the best, but he's
No,
probably going to win it.
It doesn't, but I think, Bryce Young he's going to have a couple opportunities to go back to
But
back.
we're missing a couple weeks. If he misses this week, missing a couple
See,
weeks.
you know
would
what,
that hurt?
David? I think it actually helps because if he comes back and you see, man, we almost lost without him, and when he's back, we're still beating teams by 20 and 30 points, that may help him. Also, real quick, not Heisman stuff, but Mike, you'll enjoy this because you like uniforms. I guess Tennessee and Alabama got the exemption that they can go full color rush for this game. So you may see orange versus maroon.
Oh,
I love Alabama's all whites. Oh, well. Too bad. Okay.
Oh,
good.
man,
Well, as
I'm
long as it's
excited.
not those smoky grays. That's anything.
You don't
but
like
those.
smoky grays?
Not a fan.
I like smoky.
I like the creamsicles. Always have.
I mean, creamsicles are cool, but every now and then the smoky grays
What's
are nice.
your favorite dessert treat from the ice cream truck?
I also
All right.
like the black ones.
and that
Okay, thank
is it football today.